Kit Kats can read. Hey guys, it's Katie and welcome to another video, and in today's video I am bringing you my book haul for the month of January. I will say now though, a lot of these books were actually ordered in December around the Christmas time, but some of them were pre-orders, so they were like January pre-orders, and a lot of them have only just come in, like nearly like the last week of January, so it's not so bad. January, I've only got like a couple of books. I do have some review books as well that I would like to share with you, so I will begin with those first. The first review book that I will share with you, this is The Truth and Lies of Ella Black by Emily Barr. So this is the cover of this. This I believe is the finished cover actually, and this actually came in December, not long after my December book haul actually, and here's like the press release, and it says that it came out on the 11th of January, so it is already released. This is the author who wrote The One Memory of Flora Banks, and this is the perfect book for fans of good me, bad me, which I have no idea what that is, to be honest, but it just says on the back here, Ella Black seems to live the life most other 17-year-olds were killed for, but she hides who she really is from the rest of the world. I call her Bella because she is the dark side of me. It's Ella, but not it's bad Ella, Bella. One day, telling her nothing, her parents whisk her off to Brazil, determined to find out why. Ella uncovers a terrible secret, and on the run in Rio de Janeiro, she finds the truth about the deepest, darkest side of herself. So it sounds like really, really dark and interesting, kind of like thriller and spooky, but guys, it's out in the shops now, so if this sounds like your kind of thing, then definitely get it. But a very, very massive thank you to Penguin for sending this to me. I'm very, very excited to give it a read and review for you guys. The next review book that I have to share with you, this is sent from the lovely, lovely people at Egmont. They sent me Secrets of a Teenage Heiress by Katie Birchall, and yes, I'm very, very excited about this one because she read the, I think it's It Girl series, but they got like kind of renamed to Superstar Geek, Team Awkward and Don't Tell the Bridesmaid, which I just read from you at the back of the book here. So it's bright and yellowy, and this is the finished copy of this one. This book is also released at the moment. It came out on the 11th of January, so this is up in the bookstores, but this apparently is another funny, hilarious book by this fantastic author. So it says here, welcome to London's famous Hotel Royal, founded in the early 1900s. It is still owned by snore. Look, the only thing you really need to know about Hotel Royal is that I live there along with my perfect accent Fritz. And right now, Skylar Chase, the biggest pop star on the planet, is a guest. But just when I have the chance to hang out with Skylar and her mega glam famous friends, my boring mum has to ground me. Does she not understand that the public needs me? It's time to put Operation Escape Hotel Royale into action. It sounds like it's going to be really hilarious and very similar to along the lines of the Geek Girl series by Holly Snail. So if you like the sound of this, I'm ready. Do you know what? I'm really excited to give this a read actually, because it just sounds really, really funny. So thank you to Egmont again. I'm looking forward to giving this a read and review for you guys. And the lovely, lovely people at Harper 360, they sent me Good and Gone by Megan Fraser Blakemore, who is the author of Very in Pieces. So this is a proof copy, but this actually came out in November last year. And they also sent like a really cute bookmark. Look at this, drink coffee, read books, be happy. That's really cool. Like with the little Harper 360 at the bottom. That's really cute. So this is Good and Gone. And this is about Lexi Green, who finds her moody couch-ridden older brother Charlie in their driveway. He tells her he wants to take a road trip to find Adrian, a musician who is gone missing, even though Charlie has been a jerk to Lexi ever since he came home from college. She agrees to go with him since he's willingly leaving the house for the first time in months, and together, along with their neighbour Zach, they head south in hopes of finding Adrian. So it's like sounds like a really cool and interesting road trippy novel. I'm really excited. It's floppy and it's awesome, so thank you very much to Harper 360. I definitely look forward to giving this a read and review for you guys. So I've got a book set from my good friend Dane here on BookTube. I will link his channel down below in the description box. But he sent me his book along with a couple of other goodies. I've got a nice little pen that has his name on it, which I thought was pretty awesome. And then I've got a few little mini cards. I've got like his little business card here, and then these are little ones of a couple of his books, which I thought was really cute. Got a little bookmark here, which also contains like a couple of his books, and it continues around the back as well. And I got a lovely little card here too, which I did open and have already read because I couldn't resist. But it's got his little kitty on the front of the card, which is so cute. It's a little kitty, hey Biggie, 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 Biggie. And there's a lovely little nice note inside, and I'll read it out to you because it is really, really cute. Thanks for your interest in my book. Here's hoping that you enjoy. You'll probably see a lot of my personality in Leapfold and Mel. In case you're wondering, yes, that is Biggie on the front of this card. I had some of these printed as Christmas cards and I have a few left over, so ... Happy reading and speak soon, Dane. So yes, there's Biggie. That is so cute. Definitely keeping that. But yes, so this is his book Driven, and I was like, hey, if you want me to like give it a read and like little thought, you know, as a friend sort of thing, then I'll do it. But Leapfold book number 1. And yes, it's very trafficky on the front, so don't crash whilst looking at it. But he's put a little note inside the book as well saying thanks for reading and enjoy, signed it. But congratulations on 2,000 subs, well deserved. Which, you know, it's very nice. I was just like, yeah, 2,000 subs. Like, by the way guys, thanks to everybody who has subscribed to me. Like 2,000, it feels like, I don't know, it just feels kind of surreal. Like I hit it once and then I like went down and I lost like loads last year and I didn't even know why, and I hit like a real big downer because of it. But then I sort of picked myself up and then I got back on my feet again, and I'm back here again. I'm over 2,000 subscribers, so thank you again guys. Honestly, it does mean a lot. Like, I love doing videos for you guys, so yay, onwards and upwards. But yeah, this is the back of the book, and this is about Detective James Leapfold, who's a computer whiz kid and a good-natured cop, Jack. In the first book of the Leapfold series, a car strikes in the middle of the night and a young actress lies dead in the road. The police think that it's an accident, but these detectives don't think so sure about it. So they put the differences aside, they bring together by sharing a love of crosswords and busting the bad guys, and they investigate it. But then not all is as it seems, as they find out to their very own peril. So yes, I love a good detective thriller, so does my nan. So yeah, I look forward to diving into this with my reader brain on and giving it very constructive criticism as I can. So watch this space. But yeah, I am definitely looking forward to giving it a read. I'll probably put it on my February TBR. So yes, thank you very much to Dane. Dane, I know you're going to be watching because you always watch my videos, but yeah, thank you for sending me your book and all these other little cute little goodies, like these bookmark and these little mini cards. Like, that's really cute. And the pen, I love freebie pens. Like, every time that there's a cracker with a pen in it, I'm on it. So yeah, thank you. And the card with Biggie on it, yeah, I'm going to be standing that up somewhere, so I'll probably like put it here. There we go. Biggie can now be in the video somewhere. Yay! So I've got a review book that's come in the post. That is Purple Hearts by Michael Grant. And this is the final conclusion. I think it's in the Frontline series, it says. So the first book is Frontlines, the second book is Silver Stars, and then there's this one. And there was like a little mini novella that was released on something like World Book Day, or one of those like sort of event book days. So this is basically about what if women had fought alongside men in World War II sort of series. But I've heard really good things about this series actually, especially the first book. So I'm now like really glad that I've got all 3 of these, because at least that I've now got them, I can marathon them all. And yeah, I'm really grateful that the publisher sent this to me, so I'm definitely looking forward to reading them at some point this year, like all together as a mashup, because I love it when like all the books are out and I can just sort of read them together. So this one's quite chunky actually. There's nearly 500 pages in this final one, and there's like a nice little section where there's pictures at the back as well. So if you like the idea of females fighting in World War II, then this series is definitely for you. But this book comes out on the 8th of February, so it's not long for the final conclusion to come out. So massive thank you to Egmont for sending this to me. Another review book is The Bells by Donielle Clayton, which is one of my anticipated February releases, if you guys have watched that video. So I'm very happy that I managed to get this book for review. I'm really excited to get into this book, and if you want to know more about it, then please do watch my anticipated releases where this book is featured, and I will link that video down below so you guys can check it out straight away. But this actually releases 8th of February. Thank you very much to Stevie and everyone at Galance for sending this to me. I am so excited, and I'm definitely looking forward to giving this a read and review for you guys. So now I'm going to move on to the next section of this book haul, which is going to be purchases that I pre-ordered or ordered in December, but they came in January. And the first book release that I have for you here, it is Zenith by our very own Sasha Osberg and Lindsay Cummings. So of course I had to pre-order this because it's written by a booktuber and Lindsay Cummings, who is an awesome author, and she's a lovely person. I met them both in person and they're really nice. And so this is their book that is actually physically published. Like, look, it's beautiful in all of its glory. And what I like about this is that there's, look at the chapters, they have this sort of sci-fi-ness to the page, so I think it's really coolly done. And to be honest, I don't know a lot much about this book. I just know that it's kind of like a sci-fi. So it says the universe needs saving and there's only one girl for the job, but most know that Andromeda is a powerful mercenary whose reign of terror stretches across the Mirabel galaxy to those aboard her glass starship Marauder. However, she's just Andy, their friend and fearless leader. But when a routine mission goes a bit crazy, the Marauder's all-girl crew is tested and they find themselves in a treacherous situation and at the mercy of a sadistic bounty hunter from Andy's past. And as the Marauder hurtles towards the unknown, and Mirabel hangs in the balance, the only certainty that in a galaxy run on lies and illusion, no one can be trusted. So yeah, it definitely sounds like sort of interesting. It's a little bit, do you know what, it's actually over 500 pages. It doesn't look that big of a book, but it's quite big. But you know, I know that Sasha and Lindsay have put a lot of work into this book, so I'm definitely looking forward to giving it a read. The next pre-order that came in is Unearthed by Amy Kaufman and Megan Spooner. Look at this cover, guys. Look, can you see that? It's kind of like metallic, and they're like, and guys, it's blue inside. Ah, it's beautiful. It's a very beautiful, fancy book. I'm really excited about this one because I've heard like really good things about this already. So this is about Earth intercepts a message from a long extinct alien race. It seems like the only solution humanity has been waiting for. The advanced technology has the potential to undo environmental damage and turn their lives around, and their message leads to the planet Gaia, a treasure trove waiting to be explored. For Jules and his fellow scholars, the discovery of an ancient alien culture offers unprecedented opportunity for study, as long as scavengers like Amelia don't loot everything first. But despite their opposing reasons for smuggling themselves into the alien planet's surface, they're both desperate to uncover the riches hidden in the undying temples. So it sounds like a really cool sci-fi adventure, but again, I've heard really good things about this and the cover is awesome, and yeah, I'm very excited to give this book a read. So my next pre-order that came in January is A Conspiracy of Stars, and this is by Olivia A. Cole. Now look at this gorgeous cover right here, and got a nice bookmark from the book depository because that's who I pre-ordered it from. So And this is about Octavia, who has only ever had one goal: to follow in the footsteps of her parents and become a prestigious white coat, one of the scientists who study the natural wonders of Faliov. The secrets of the jungle's exotic plants and animals are protected fiercely in the labs by the Council of Terra, so when the rules suddenly change, allowing students inside, Octavia should be overjoyed, but something isn't right, and the newly elected leader of the council has some extremist views about the way he believes that Terra should be run, and he's influencing others to follow him. But Octavia witnesses one of the Faloi, the ingenious people of Faliov, being attacked in front of her in the dark of night. She knows the council is hiding something, and they are living as separate worlds on a shared planet, and their fragile peace may soon turn into an all-out war. But with the help of Rondo, who is a quiet boy in the class with a skill for hacking, and her best friend Alma, she is set on a collision course to discover the secrets behind the history that she's been taught, the science that she has lived by, and the truth about her family. So it definitely sounded very intriguing to me, and I'm so glad that I finally have it. The next pre-order that I have that's come in, I'm very excited to give this book a read, because this is also from a booktuber, and this is Perfection by Murphy Napier from Murphy's channel. Hey Murphy! So she has written a book. This is Murphy right here. You probably recognise her. She is awesome. And yes, so I really wanted to get her book. It sounded really good. And yes, so I'm very excited to give this book a read. And this sounds really cool, so I'll just read you the back. Perfection is the last place on earth. Everything else was destroyed long before I was born, but I never learned how. Don't ask questions, that's what they've always taught me. Don't ask questions and keep the law, or what? I never knew the answer to that until two men kidnapped me and showed me what was really behind the walls of perfection. And now I'm breaking the law every day. I can't trust anyone, and I'm learning exactly what it takes to make a place so perfect. But around here, too much knowledge will lead to your death. It sounds so good, so I'm very excited to read Murphy's book. The next pre-order that came in is Together at Midnight by Jennifer Castle, and yes, so this came from the Book Depository finally, and this seems like a really sort of cute contemporary. So this is about Kendall, who has returned from a semester in Europe, and Max, who is drifting his way through a gap year before college. And they struggle with the questions when they witness a tragic accident in New York City during the holiday season, and the two accept a dare to perform meaningful acts of kindness for strangers. The challenge pulls the two teens together, who have a history from back home, closer and closer as they explore the city that's filled with other people's stories and secrets. But they can't deny their growing bond, even though they both have other romantic entanglements and uncertain futures. And as the clock counts down on New Year's Eve, when they find themselves together at midnight. It sounds really cute. So yes, and random acts of kindness as well. I feel like it's going to be really cute and fluffy, and yeah, so I'm looking forward to reading this one too. And finally, the last pre-order that I ordered in December that came in January is Little Monsters by Cara Thomas. Well, this wasn't a pre-order, it was an order that came in January, and I had trouble like trying to order this before. Originally the Book Depository sent it, but it never arrived. They sent a replacement, it never arrived, so I don't really know, somebody's ransacking my mail somewhere. But finally, Little Monsters by Cara Thomas has arrived in my post. I've had nothing but really good things about this. I've told it's very similar to sort of like Pretty Little Liars, but except you can't guess the thing that goes on. Apparently it's very unpredictable, like very. So it says here that Casey is the new girl. When she moved in with her father, she stepped into a brand new life with a stepbrother, stepmother and an adoring younger half-sister. But her new life is eerily charming, and compared with the highs and lows of the old one, she lived with her volatile mother. And everyone is so nice that she's even been welcomed into the new circle of friends. Bailey and Jade invite her to do everything with them, which is why it's so odd when they start acting a bit distant and when they don't invite her to the biggest party of the year. And it doesn't exactly feel like an accident, but she will never be able to ask because Bailey never makes it home from the party, and suddenly Broken Falls doesn't seem so welcoming after all, especially once everyone starts looking for the new girl for answers. So she's about to learn some very important lessons. Sometimes appearances can be deceiving, and sometimes when you're the new girl, you shouldn't trust anyone, but apparently you can't guess what's going on. So that's another reason why. And also, you know, all the big booktubers like Christina and that, they all read this, and Kat and that, and they said that they absolutely loved it too. So yes, I am definitely excited for this one. Now some books that I got in January. So I traded off a book, and in exchange I got Illuminated by Amy Agresti. So this is the proof copy of this book, and this is about Haven Terra is a brainy, shy high school outcast, and everything changes when she is awarded an internship at a posh Chicago hotel under the watchful eyes of a group of gorgeous strangers who are powerful and alluring, and the hotel owner Aurelia, her second in command, the dashing young Lucian Grove, and their stunning but aloof staff of Glamazons called the Outfit. And as Haven begins falling for Lucian, she discovers that these beautiful people are not quite what they seem, and with the help of a mysterious book she uncovers the evil agenda of Aurelia and company, and they're in the business of buying souls. Will they succeed in wooing Haven to join them in their recruitment efforts, or will she be able to thwart the devilish set's plans to take the souls of her classmates on prom night at the hotel? Ooh, it sounds mysterious and kind of like really interesting at the same time, but yes, I'm very excited to give this book a read. And I don't think I've actually had anybody talk about this, but it seems like the first book that's in the series, because it's called A Gilded Wings Novel Book 1. So we shall see. Finally, this came in the mail after waiting so long. It came out like end of December, and it took like nearly all of January for it to arrive. But that is Love, Life and the List by Casey West. This is her latest book. I've heard really good things about this so far, and I'm absolute trash for all of her books. She's an autobiography for me. So to be honest, I don't have a single clue what this book is about, but I kind of want to go into this book blind and to make my own assumption of it all. And yeah, I love her contemporary romances, and I'm going to be reading this pretty damn soon because it's on my mind. And then these are my last two purchases for January, because I did like someone was getting rid of a couple of books, and I was like, I'm not gonna buy any more books because of storage sort of things. And so the book that I got was Freaks by Amanda Hocking, which sounds really good. I've heard like interesting things about this, and it's set in 1987, so it's set a little bit in the past. It's about a carnival that comes to a small town, and then events take a dangerous turn. Yeah, that sort of thing. So sounds really interesting. And the other book that I got as well was The Supernatural Book of Monsters, Spirits, Demons and Ghouls. I love the show Supernatural, and this person had a second copy, so I got this from them. Not for very much really, like just a couple of quid. So yes, I'm very excited now that I've got this little book that's about all the monsters that are inside the book. And yeah, like, look at that, all the monsters from all the episodes and that. I need to catch up with Supernatural actually, but it has pictures from the TV show in as well. That's pretty cool as well. So if you're a fan of Supernatural, then this is definitely for you. But I'm looking forward to reading this. This would be great to read like in a readathon. And the last two books that I have to share with you are both part of the same series. I have Nevermore and Unshadowed, both by Kelly Krieg. I don't know how it's pronounced, it's kind of weird. But these two books, they're hardbacks, and someone was getting rid of them, and I was like, these are on my wish list. And so they were selling them for like a couple of quid each, and I was like, hardcover, that's a steal. So yeah, this has been on my wish list for a while. But this is about a cheerleader called Isabel, and they're horrified when they're paired with Varen for an English project which is due, which is on the day of the rival game. So Varen makes it clear that he'd rather not have anything to do with her either. But when Isabel discovers strange writing in his journal, she can't help but give this enigmatic boy with piercing eyes another look, and soon she finds herself making excuses to be with Varren. And then she's pulled away from her friends and her possessive boyfriend, and she ventures deeper and deeper into the dream world that Varren has created through the pages of his notebook, a realm where the terrifying stories of Edgar Allan Poe come to life. And as her world begins to unravel around her, she soon discovers that dreams, like words, hold more power than she'd ever imagined, and that the most frightening realities are those of the mind, and now she must find a way to reach Varren before he is consumed by the shadows of his own nightmares. So it sounds mysterious and interesting, and obviously this is the continuation from it, so I look forward to at some point in my life giving these books a read now that I have them. So there you have it, guys. That is the end of this book haul. Do let me know down below in the comments what you have thought about this. Did you like it? Give me a thumbs up if you have. Have you read any of these books? Do let me know down below in the comments. Any thoughts, any comments, leave them down below and we can start a lovely conversation. But I hope you guys are going to have an absolutely fantastic day wherever you are. Keep smiling, keep reading and be happy. My name is Katie. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see all of you wonderful awesome people in my next video. Bye!